Good morning, freelancers. Welcome back to another Anthem video. I'm PTT, and today we're going to be going over the recent IGN footage that shows off the open world events, bosses, and, well, so much more. Now, before we get started, let me say that there won't actually be any gameplay in this video from their release, but you can find a link to it in the video description. The reason I'm not showcasing their footage is because I've been informed that several fellow creators that did on their previous release were struck by IGN copyright claims, and, well, I'll pretty much be damned if they're going to do that shit to me. So, yeah, we're going to talk about what was seen, but if you want to watch it, then head on over to the IGN site, link in the description, and check it out for yourselves. With that aside, let's just jump straight into it. So first then, let's say that this video was a look at Anthem's open world and some of the activities that can be found in it. The IGN team are playing as the Interceptor and the Storm for this footage, so we also get to see some more of these javelins in action. So the first thing I noticed was no more than a minute into the gameplay when the javelins took on some ice wolves. Now, these are new to me, okay? I haven't seen them in any gameplay yet, so I am going to assume that they are a new enemy type, but they could have been showcased before and I just missed it. About 144 in, we see the javelins taking on a mean-ass looking elite outlaw elementalist, and again, this is the first time I personally am seeing this enemy, so it looks really cool. At the 2-minute mark, we return to Fort Tarsis and get introduced to, and I'll probably pronounce this wrong, Prospero. He is the NPC that will sell javelin upgrades and modifications. At 2:20 in the video, we see the team completing a world event, and the resulting completion opens up a mysterious door. Now, the team did cut some footage out at this point quite clearly and jumped ahead in time to a point where we get to see a lesser Ash Titan. Now, this is all still while exploring that mystery door that opened, so it's very worth noting that these seem to be some kind of secret hidden dungeon type thing out in the open world. Very exciting. We then see about a minute of battle gameplay in which javelins do indeed take out the lesser Ash Titan, and I have to say that this looks really cool, and I can't wait to get in and start kicking some ass and finding some mysterious hidey holes out in the open world. Up next, we get to see an Ursix in action, and I have to say, these beasts look like they can do some serious damage, right? It's also worth noting from the same bit of gameplay we got to see a new type of mission called Fragment Recovery, in which the javelins are trying to recover Shaper fragments for Arcanist study. Now, the Ursix battle went on for a fair while with a few editing cuts in there, so it's really hard to say exactly how hard it will be to kill one, but from what we did watch, I imagine there's something we're going to want to stay well clear from at the start until we level up and get some better gear. Next then, we get to see a bit more of the open world and learn how some well-placed environmental interaction can help your javelin complete tasks that would normally be made a lot harder. In the video, we got to see a Shaper relic that seems to act like a miniature wormhole, allowing the javelin to complete a vertical climb that would normally be extremely difficult. We also get to see the water mechanic in action again after that, and if you're not sure what the water mechanic is, let me quickly explain. Your javelin can only stay in the air for a set period of time, then they need to cool off. There are, however, ways to use the game's environment to cool your suit down without actually needing to stop flying. One of these ways is by flying close to or in water. This will cool your suit and allow you to fly for longer. It's definitely a very cool mechanic and one I think that will be a top tip come the game's launch. Next then, we see a few snippets of things like secret chests, fallen javelins, resource nodes and codex entries, but none of it was really long enough snippets to focus on, so we'll just move on. The next segment was some more open world flying, but also what looks like a side mission or quest to stop Dominion patrols. We also got to see what to me is yet another new enemy type in the form of an elite Dominion Frostbrute. Now, I have to say, the enemy do look pretty damn cool in this game, and you can tell that a lot of design hours have gone into the way they look and act. Now, this whole mini section of gameplay saw multiple Dominion enemies aside from the aforementioned Frostbrute. We got to see a Storm Valkyrie, a Frosthound, a Shock Trooper, and a few others too. Now, what I really did notice here was how the Dominion Storm Valkyrie looked exactly like the Storm Javelin. Now, some of you may know this or not. I personally don't, so I'm guessing. But I think the Dominion are going to have something very similar to our Javelin suits and wield some of the very same abilities as us. I mean, they are another human faction on the same planet, so why not, I guess. Needless to say, I very much look forward to getting some in-game codex files and jumping in headfirst into Anthem's story. But I digress. In the same section of gameplay, we also see our javelins complete a challenge called the Elite Trial of Arthenia, and then finally move on to collect another chest of loot. And that, guys, was my breakdown on the new IGN gameplay without actually showing any gameplay. As I said at the beginning, I'm sorry I can't show off what I want to show off, but I'm not risking another strike from IGN after getting hit personally back when Destiny 2 was their featured content, and more recently fellow Anthem creators getting hit by them. Now, hopefully you find this video helpful and got some cool information. Make sure to head over and check out the gameplay for yourselves. As I've said, there is a link in the video description. Make sure that you pencil the date January 17th into your diaries, as this is the next Anthem live stream, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. But for now, guys, that is it. As always, let me say thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and until the next one, I'll catch you all soon.